Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and today I'm going to be doing the Fangoria Movie Challenge. Now, this is where Joe the Horror Man and myself will be watching all 101 movies from the Fangoria Challenge of movies that you should have seen. Today, we're going to be talking about Urban Ghost Story. Urban Ghost Story is a 1998 film which runs approximately 82 minutes, and it's written and directed by Genevieve Jolfe. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that right. She didn't have anything to her credit. This stars Jason Connery, and yes, he is the son of late Sean Connery. Rest in peace. Jason Connery plays John Fox. He was in Alien Strain, Penance, and The Line. Stephanie Buttle as Kate Fisher. She was in Silent City, Lifeline, and The Tribe. And Heather Ann Foster as Lizzie Fisher. She was in some television. Now, this had a budget of $500,000, and it is a UK film. Now, the significance of this film is it is also a first time watch for both Joe the Horror Man and myself. Now, this has a very interesting story. This tells the story of Lizzie and her family, who basically live in a dump. Um, the building kind of looks like the building from Cabrini Green from Candyman. And it's an interesting place to have a ghost story told. Now, earlier in the story, she was in a car accident with her childhood friend. She was actually dead for a couple minutes, and she was resuscitated. Her friend, unfortunately, didn't make it. There's a court trial, and she was actually let off because she was the passenger. Now, you do come to find out more things about this as the story goes along, but it's it's a pretty compelling story. So as she's taken home, like I said, they live in a dump. I believe she's 12 because she actually does get her period when the story is told. But they start hearing bumps and everything around the house, furniture being moved on its own, and her mother is actually there. She also has a little brother in order to see it. So her mother actually believes her. They enlisted the help of John Fox, played by Jason Connery. He is a newspaper man, and basically all they want is his help. He decides to use the people in order to get stories. He doesn't believe a word of it, and like I said, he's basically using them for stories. She does have a friend named Candy, I do believe is her name, who is 16, who lives in the same dilapidated high rise that she does. And Candy has a child, and I do believe she's 16. And that's basically what they're trying to do. They're trying to get pregnant when they're 16 in order to have some kind of shot at getting out of this terrible situation that they're in. This is a really good film. One of the things I wanted to touch upon is in a lot of supernatural stories, there's what I call the fantastical part at the end. Now, I understand why they do it. They do it to try to bring it to some kind of a close, to bring the movie to a close, to ramp up everything, because if not, then it'll be a slow burn. Once I wanted to, well, not only once, I have seen it in other films, but I wanted to just have people tell an honest ghost story. And that's what this is. This doesn't have a fantastical ending that is unbelievable. Um, Movies that do have that sort of thing, like I reviewed The Possession, that has a very fantastical ending. And it's just, I don't know, it's, you're watching a movie and you're into it, and all these little things start to happen, and all of a sudden the whole movie comes to this big conclusion, which is supposed to be somewhat satisfying, where there's a battle versus good and evil, and it just, I get why they do it, like I said, but I wanted something a little bit more honest. This movie is definitely honest. It is a slow burn, just to let you guys know, but it's acted extremely well. And to be honest, this actually takes a different aspect to the supernatural genre. This is honestly, their living conditions are worse than the paranormal activity, to be honest. I would be more worried about the stuff that they have to face rather than the supernatural things. This also stars Billy Boyd. Um, Many of you know Billy Boyd was the voice of Glenn and Glenda from um, Seed of Chucky. He plays an absolute jerk in this movie. They're also paying protection in order to live in this apartment. It's just everything is just really bad in this. It goes from bad to worse, and it's just how much more can these people take? I definitely recommend this. Like I said, it's an honest ghost story, and it has incredible acting. The atmosphere, while it is very kind of depressing at times, it does work for the film. And on that note, my recommendation for this week is Dark Water with Jennifer Connelly. Now, the reason why I recommended this, I was going to go with Poltergeist 3 because of the high rise, but this has more of a similar setting as Urban Ghost Story. So that's why I picked it. And I do find this movie criminally underrated. I do like the Asian version better, but this is, in my opinion, criminally underrated. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with our next film. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.